Welcome to this week's edition of the OCU Athletics Update. I'm Andrew Himes, and this week we're talking to Delaware Resource Group Superstar Athlete of the Week Chris Pike and women's golf coach Marty McCauley. Here on the OCU Athletics Update, we're talking to Delaware Resource Group Superstar Athlete of the Week Chris Pike, pitcher from Southampton, New York, made his OCU debut over the weekend, striking out 12 in a 3-1 victory over nationally ranked Bellevue. And talk about your OCU debut, able to come out. You went the distance and struck out 12.
Yeah, your first start's always very exciting. About 5-6 months since I got a face live team, so there's a lot of anticipation building up to that moment. My family came out to come and watch me, so I was excited to pitch in front of them, kind of pitch in front of the team, prove to them what I could do, and just to pitch the way I did and get the win is an exciting moment.
What brought you here to OCU in the first place?
Yeah, I'm from New York, went to Fordham, so up there sometimes it gets tough to play in New York. It's very cold, a lot of snow. They've been getting hit by blizzards, so I wanted to go somewhere where it was a lot warmer, a lot more friendly weather for the pitcher. And my summer coach, he had told me about OCU and told me about their history and their success they had. So I called up Keith Lytle. I was talking to him. He kind of explained to me everything about the school. I liked everything he told me. I thought he was a great guy, so within a week, decided to come out.
How would you describe your approach to pitching?
I like to attack guys. I like to kind of use my fastball to set up my other pitches, but definitely I like to work backwards, mix up my changeup, curveball, kind of keep the hitters guessing and kind of not get into a routine where you're just trying to throw it right by the guy. And but definitely try and get a lot of strikeouts, get a lot of ground balls, first pitch outs, stuff like that.
I understand that you admire Tim Lincecum.
Mm-hmm.
Why is that?
He's a bit like unorthodox. A lot of guys, they want a pitcher to be 6'3", 6'4", bigger than that. And he's a guy, he's under 6 foot. He kind of had success right away, won 2 Cy Young Awards, and he's a guy that just works hard. He's always trying to get better, and I just kind of really like the way he approaches the game from a mental way and just his physical capabilities.
You're a big movie fan.
Mm-hmm.
Tell us some of your favorites.
Yeah, I definitely like going to the movies, just watching movies in my free time, TV shows. To narrow it down, though, is pretty tough. Recently, I've seen Lone Survivor. I thought that was a good movie, and Wolf of Wall Street. Those were 2 good ones that I've seen recently.
What's your major here at OCU?
Right now, business administration.
And what are your career plans following baseball?
Following baseball, hopefully, if I can make a career out of that, make some money, I think I'd want to open up my own restaurant. That's kind of a goal I have, me and my friends from back home. And if we could do that, I think that would be a good experience, and I think I could really take a lot of the stuff I learned from here, as well as from Fordham, in my degree, and kind of put that towards opening up a restaurant or opening up my own business further down the line.
All right, very good. Talking to Delaware Resource Group Superstar Athlete of the Week, Chris Pike, and you can follow the baseball team on OCUsports.com.
There's a call to be answered. The spirit of competition is still alive inside. The desire still drives. The phrase student athlete has a great ring to it. Lasting friendships are ready to be made. You just want to keep playing. Game on. Learn more at naia.org.
Here on the OCU Athletics Update, we're talking to women's golf coach Marty McCauley. The Stars are ranked number 3 in the NAI and won the Claud Jacobs Invitational by 11 strokes. Talk about that performance in the Claud Jacobs, an 11-stroke victory for your team.
It was a very special feeling to win the tournament in that fashion. We had 4 of the freshmen in the top 5 with 1 senior, and we hadn't really been able to get outside a whole lot. So as a coach going into it, you aren't 100% sure what to expect, especially with the 4 freshmen playing and only their 5th college event. You hope that they show up to play, and they certainly did. I was very proud of the performance. It was very solid all around, and we did both of the rounds stumble a little bit finishing. We had trouble on our last few holes, or we could have we probably should have shot both rounds under par, but finished at 6 over, which is just 1 shot off of a school record. So very good performance to start out the spring portion of our season.
Elia Folk shot a final round 69. Talk about her performance in that tournament and also what she means to this team, being the only senior on the squad.
Elia is one of, in my coaching career, one of the better kids I've coached, both on and off the golf course. And for her, I know it must be difficult coming in as a junior college transfer last year and playing on a team that was senior laden with 4 seniors in the top 5, and then this year with so many new players, she's done an absolute terrific job of stepping right into a leadership role, like I said, both on and off the golf course. And she is absolutely vital to not just this year's team, but our program in the 14-year history. She's just one of those really special kids that never asks for anything and just goes about her business, does a great job in the classroom, and does a great job, especially with the younger players, of being very encouraging. Being extremely positive, and she's always there to share with them anytime they have any questions for her.
You've added 5 new players to your team this year. Talk about some of the new faces and what impact they're going to make.
We have, and 4 of them played in the top 5 this week of the 5 new ones, and they all 4 played really well this week. And with that many new ones, I'll just kind of mention their names and a little bit about them. Anna Mickish had our number 2 scoring average through the fall. She's from Choctaw, Oklahoma. Katie Lee Wilson had our 3rd best scoring average. She's from Owasso, Oklahoma. Kaylee Campbell from Oktah, Oklahoma was next, and then Caroline Gooden from Deer Creek High School here in Oklahoma City are the 4 that played in the top 5 this week. We also added Reagan Barnes from Choctaw, and she's got some good tournament experience, and I'm really looking forward to those 5 and seeing how they continue to develop, along with the 2 sophomores we have, Abby Thompson from Oklahoma City and Taylor Cusack, who's also from Oklahoma City.
You mentioned not being able to practice that much here recently with the bad weather in the area. How did your team handle that? How did you go about trying to get that practice in?
We had a good solid week and a half, 2 weeks before the weather really got bad that we got in some good practice, and I'm really glad that we did and got to work really early, because if we hadn't, we would have had several days without any practice at all. So we did that, and then we had a 10-day period or so where we were unable to get outside at all. The girls kind of hit up Golfsmith. They have a nice indoor facility, so I'd like to thank Golfsmith for allowing the girls to come hit balls into nets, which isn't a perfect simulation of playing true golf outdoors, but it at least keeps you swinging the club and try to keep your tempo in balance. And I think that was helpful. And the main thing that I've done as a coach and tried to help them to understand is to stay positive. It's so easy when it's bad outside to let that become an excuse when you go play. They've all played lots of rounds of golf. They know how to play golf. And that's the main thing that we've tried to do, is keep a positive environment to where when we went to the tournament, we didn't let the fact that we didn't get to go outside become an excuse. We knew we could go do it. And I think that was the attitude we had, and that's one of the reasons we played so well at the first event.
You're able to get a win in the first tournament. What are the keys to the team's success throughout the season?
Our biggest key that we will have this year is becoming more consistent. I preach consistency to them all the time. They're probably tired of hearing that word, but I really feel everything we do needs to be consistent. Our practice needs to be consistent. Our daily routines need to be consistent, and that leads to consistency in golf. And that's what we are really pushing to do. One of the biggest keys, I really think, with our schedule coming up, we have 3 Division I tournaments out of our next 4 tournaments, which we obviously play against some bigger schools. And it can be real easy to let yourself get down when you go to those events, and they aren't like the past one, which was an NAI event where we have a really good opportunity to win. I'm not saying we can't win, but it becomes more difficult against a lot of the Division I schools. So staying positive through that transition and working at getting better every week is certainly going to be a key for us to have a chance to compete for championships at the end of the year.
Talk about the team's work with the First Tee program.
We've been very fortunate for the last 3 years to be partnered with the First Tee of Oklahoma City. We teach each semester a 6-week class, and it's called the Birdie class. It's for kids that are age 9 and above. Many of the kids are underprivileged kids that would not have an avenue to have access to the sport of golf if it weren't for the First Tee. They, more so than teaching golf, they teach life skills. Golf is kind of a secondary thing with the First Tee that we're very fortunate that we can come in and teach the class. But we always make sure we monitor teaching them life skills along with the golf, because it's really important to help some kids that are underprivileged have the opportunity to play a wonderful sport like golf while learning some wonderful life skills.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Talking to women's golf coach Marty McCauley. You can follow the Stars on OCUsports.com.